Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 4. I am still Kuno. We are still in Vault 111. That is still a door. That's still a window. This is still a stick thingy. And we still need to get out of here. But first, look for things. Coffee cup. Cola bottle. Yep, we're still collecting stuff. Stuff is good for crafting. We like crafting. Oh, security terminal. A little backstory, shall we? Now, as you probably know from other Fallout games, the vaults are not quite as benign as they seem. Rather than read all that out, I'm just going to let you pause if you want to read it. Oh dear. A lot of backstory here. All of the vaults are, of course, experiments. There's a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff for you to read. Things to test their erstwhile inhabitants, rather than just save them, as they think is being done. Usually not quite as effective as they had hoped. Things generally go very, very wrong, but hey, that sort of thing happens. Yeah, Vault 111 is classified as a short-term assignment. That didn't go well, now did it? So, there we go, security logs. There are a lot of these. It finally happened. The world's over. Yep. End of the world as we know it. All that sort of stuff. Christmas. Hey, this is kind of topical. Christmas Underground. March. All kinds of stuff. There's usually a story in every vault you go to as to what has been going on and what led to the state you find it in. Fallout 3 and New Vegas actually did a lot more backstory with their vaults, I found. The ones that I ran into in Fallout 4 in my previous playthrough didn't have quite as much backstory. They were focused more on, hey, fight through all these things and get to the stash at the end of the vault. Which was a little disappointing, really. Now we're still wandering around. Another sliding door. Do-do-do. Stuff. Things. Oh, another security baton. Alright, Roach! Kill it. Dead. Mighty hunter.
Giant roaches?
Yep, giant roaches.
What the hell?
Watch your language. So that was smacking combat. I don't generally do a lot of melee combat. No, I didn't tell you to... I suppose I did tell you to sit, but I didn't want you to sit. Stop sitting, Lorna. Okay, we're sitting. Now we're standing up. And of course it takes a long while to stand up again. And there, thank you. I wanted that beer bottle. And now I've completely lost track of what I was saying beforehand. That happens. Recreation terminal. Don't worry, we're not going to read everything on this one. All we're going to do is eject the holotape. Red Menace. That is a game. We now have that game. We can play it on our Pip-Boy. The Overseer memo is basically just telling you, hey, you guys have been playing too much of this game. Stop it. And the top 10 is not us. More crafting stuff. A toaster. Moving around, sink, toilet, stuff, more things. Not really anything useful in here. Not going to bother wandering through it. I just kick a coffee cup. Dead rat roach. Two more stuff. Giant. Now that just seems like a big problem when your batteries are doing that. That seems like a waste of energy. As we go around the edge here, because, yeah, not walking through there, that seems like a bad idea. Yeah, you can do that if you want, Mr. Radroach. I'm not doing that. Yeah, you guys just kind of go through there. Do what you want. Get yourself zapped. Ah. You may have noticed down there when I got hit. See how the HP now has a little bit of a red bit on it? Yeah, a little bit more now. Ow. Stop that. I'm bad at melee combat. Now, when you take radiation, it's changed a little bit in Fallout 4. Used to be that when you took radiation, it just built up a little bit over time, and then... Oh, wait. Oh, there's the corpse. I was gonna say, there should be a corpse here.
What happened here?
What happened here?
Where is everyone?
Everyone's dead, Dave. Let's see. Dead red roach. When you took radiation, it just built up, and after a while, gave you a little bit of negative effects. Now, when you take radiation, it directly impacts your maximum health. Every point of radiation is 1 point less of maximum health you have. Yay, gun. Prefer gun. And in here, the only thing in here really of any help is a preserved cigarette pack. And that's really not all that much help, but it's something. Cryolator case.
Nice. Coming back later for you.
Except I never did in my main playthrough. I had plenty of other guns by that point.
Is this all that's left?
Not really, no. We'll find a lot more later. But, yeah, so now, when you take radiation, your maximum health suffers. This means that when you are eating irradiated food, you're not only getting health back, you're also lowering your maximum health. So, healing yourself that way can be a bit of a problem. So, yeah. Go ahead and let you read the Overseer's instructions. And his stuff on the cryolator. I don't know why he dreamed of making cryogenic freezing available like that, but everybody has a dream. And the other stuff is basically the same sort of thing. Yep. There is the Overseer's log. We'll let you read all that. Again, you can pause it if you really want to read it there. There's not a whole lot of data. Just talking about all the day-to-day stuff going on. 2 pages on this one. Mutiny. Not on the bounty, but a mutiny. And his evacuation tunnel, not as impressive as the other Overseer evacuation tunnels we've seen, where things rise out of the floor. His is just, meh, a door opens. Now, we are going to hide here before it actually tells us about that, in order to do some aimed shooting. Now, you'll notice those red roaches literally just came out of nowhere. They spawned out of the walls. Fallout 4... Hey, no jumping when I'm shooting at you. Fallout 4 likes to do that. Oh, I just shot a dead one. I'm wasting bullets. Look bad. Anyway, part of the reason that it does that, yes, reload my gun, is because it no longer shows you, see how on the little, I can still hear rad roaches, that's disturbing. See down on the compass down at the bottom, you used to be able to see when there were enemies coming around, or where they existed. You don't see that anymore unless they are aware of you. Unless an enemy is already going to attack you, you don't get to see where they're at. See? Look, he's right there. There's no blip on my compass. That's kind of annoying. They do this because that way they can have ones suddenly show up. Like, see that mat right there? There can't possibly be anything underneath that. Until that happens. So yeah, you'll get a lot of little surprise enemies coming out like that. And they couldn't do that if you could actually see enemies like you could in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. If you could sneak up on them because you knew where they were going to be at because of the marks on your compass. So, because they took out the marks on the compass, now they can have enemies suddenly pop out of the ground at you. Which is, in my mind, a little bit cheaty, but such is life. And now we finally get our Pip-Boy. Pip-Boys for everyone. Actually, no, just Pip-Boys for us. Only one scientist in this entire place had a Pip-Boy. Seems a little odd, but there you go. Loading, loading, loading. All good. There we go. And you can select your various tabs. And then go back and forth inside the tabs. So the tabs have their little sub-menus, etc. and so forth. And the workshops get used later. The stuff, and now there's my favorites. Now, because I can actually access this, I can reset my favorites to where I want them. Set that, number 1, and that, number 7, because it's what I'm used to doing from Fallout New Vegas, and from Skyrim, for that matter. Just a thing. There's how you open a vault door now. We hit the shiny red button. Please shiny lights are going to flash while the door opens. Locks engaged. To clear. Yay. It's nice that all this still works after I don't know. Years. It's a big grease they got on there. Little gate. Ah, you cannot stop me. Through the blinding light. Over here where it says to stop. Safety check. You're entering a depressurized hazard zone. You can read that. Check my rad meter. Right. Rad meter says nothing. Well, it's twitching, but that's not too bad. So, here's where we came in. Quite a ways back. Looking a little worse for wear. And, well, see you later, Vault 111. Maybe we'll come back. Probably not. And I'm gonna go up now. Bye. Oh, yep. This is the standard bit where you can change anything before you exit the vault. We're not going to change anything. Just going to leave. But I wasn't standing any closer to that.
And thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
You're welcome. And with something in our eyes apparently to make it blurry, we enter the glorious outside world. Yeah, okay, fading in. Looking somewhat less than glorious. Right. I'm not sure, but I think property values may have gone down a little bit. Just a tad. Just guessing. So the first thing that happens at the end of the world is that all of the leaves go off the trees. Right. Good to know. Huh, some more skeletons. Can't interact with these. Lorna is no longer shocked by them. Hey. How you doing? Okay, red eggs and a coffee pot. That's two things I would certainly keep in an emergency place. Now you can hit the elevator button again, but it doesn't do anything. Take that wrench. So here we are. Nice place. A little barren. Knocking over barrels. They're in my way. Anybody home? Nope. Nobody around. Just gonna wander around a bit. You know, like you do. Desk fan. We have money! We found a bottle cap. I don't think that works. Okay, so, things, stuff. Now at this point, the game wants us to go back to our house. See how things are doing. I'm willing to bet that things are not doing well. Just a hunch. And look, you can grab flowers. We're in Skyrim. No. We are not the Dovahkiin. Do not try to shout at anyone. It will not help. Discovered Sanctuary, otherwise known as our home and one of the more annoying places to try to homestead, because it is freaking huge. Hey, Codsworth! Codsworth, you remember us?
As I live and breathe.
You don't breathe, Codsworth.
Oh, it's really you.
Yep, totally is. Now, you'll notice here, the dialogue has changed a bit. It is now a little easier to work with. This is because I installed a mod. The link and description of the mod is in the description of the video, in case you want to install it yourself. This gives you a little more to work
Distracted
with.
a bit today,
On
Mum?
the Yes, I am distracted. I'm explaining to the people. Shush. This gives you a little more to work with on the dialogue, so you can actually see what you're going to say on each choice, like you could with the previous Fallout games, instead of getting just a little slightly descriptive blurb, or something that just says, like, sarcastic,
Well,
and
you were going to
having no
say-
idea what you're about to say. So this mod is very useful. It's one that doesn't require an ESP file, so you can install it even without having access to the stuff that they kind of took out access to with the newest patch. So you don't have to have the Nexus
A
Mod
well
Manager
thought out
or anything
response
along that
is
line.
best.
Shut up, Codsworth. I'm talking. You don't have to have access to any sort of mod manager in order to install it. It's just a few files to put in. It's an interface mod. Very easy to work with. Anyway, back to this. You can either just select with the mouse, or you can type the number. We'll
I'm
go
still
with
here,
number
you
3.
know.
My God. They did
We'll
it.
do sort of a slight
All
Planet
that
of the Apes
fighting.
thing.
And for what? Everything's dead.
Everything's dead? Ah, yes, the garden. The posies
Codsworth
have
seems a
been
little out of it.
problematic, I admit. If only Sir were here to help.
Yeah,
Where is
about
he
that.
by?
Let's see. We'll continue being slightly shell-shocked.
He can't be dead. He can't be. I'm in a dream.
Yes, it's all a dream.
Oh, Mum, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a
So terrible.
distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood.
Codsworth
It's been
continues to be
ages
slightly
since
nuts.
you've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Does it look like he's with me? Okay. Now, let's see. I could take number 3. Let's go with number 1, see if Codsworth's paying attention.
Codsworth, listen to me carefully. Have you seen him? Have you seen Sean?
Why, Sir had him last, remember?
Codsworth is
Perhaps he's gone
still
to the
trying
Parker
to be in
residence to
denial.
arrange a play date. I'm sure he'll be back with him momentarily.
No, he won't. Now, that one didn't actually progress things, it just gave him a little bit more dialogue. So, we'll go with
It
number
doesn't
2.
make sense. There's just no reason someone would take my baby.
Lots of
It's
reasons.
worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia.
Hunger-induced
Not eating
paranoia.
properly
Right.
for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
Uh-huh. 200 years. Yeah.
200 years? What? Are you sure?
A bit
You've
over
been in there a while.
210, actually, Mum. Give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner.
Oh, the scandal.
Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
Do feel a bit peckish. Now here we come to the first thing with persuasion. You'll notice one of the options is yellow. That is an indication of a persuasion attempt, as it says up there. Yellow is easy, orange is medium, red is hard. This is an easy persuasion. I'm not actually sure if it's possible to fail this one. I have never yet seen it come up to
Take
fail,
all the time
which
you
means
need.
probably this time it's going to fail because I just said that.
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Nope, didn't fail. If you see that graphic, then it worked.
It's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve.
At this point, Codsworth reminds me
I
of Crichton
spent the
from Red
first
Dwarf.
10 years trying to keep
Very,
the
very
floors
strongly.
waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house.
Uh-huh.
And the car. How do you polish rust?
Probably with a grinder of some sort. Now, we'll be nice to Codsworth here
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
and give him the
I'm
nice
afraid I don't
solution.
know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you
Yep.
as a surprise.
A surprise?
Well,
Well, this has been certainly
everything
very surprising.
happened.
Alright, now we've gotten a holotape, which we'll listen to later. Well, thank
Thank you,
Codsworth.
Codsworth.
You're welcome.
Such a nice robot.
Enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together?
I believe we
Sir
shall.
and young Sean may turn up yet.
Now, let's see. Ask him
Have
if
you
we've seen
seen
anything dangerous.
dangerous?
Oh, just the usual, Mum. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes.
Now, he says that, but
Shall I investigate?
during this patrol, we will not run into either dogs or mosquitoes. So we'll go ahead and let him
Alright.
lead us along,
Lead the way.
because it
Proud
makes
to
this a little bit
serve,
easier.
Mum.
Alright. Now Codsworth is going to lead us on a little tour here, where we're going to look in some of these ruined houses.
Picking up found you.
And
That about kicks
Whoa.
terrific.
now we're going to use VATS successfully. Now you may have noticed there that VATS is a little different than it was in previous games. Specifically, it did not stop time. It merely slowed it down. That's how Fallout 2 handles VATS.
Wait. My senses are
Instead
picking
of
up
giving you
movement in
all the
another
time
house.
you need to
Follow me.
decide which area you're going to be firing at, or smacking, or however you manage to handle your combat, and letting you assign your shots and make everything work out. No, everything starts moving in slow motion. You can be hit and potentially even die while in VATS. See, it's still moving. It can also make selecting the right area kind of hard. Because, again, see, I didn't mean to shoot his leg there on the second one. Because everything is still moving. And so when your mouse is over one section to select it, suddenly it's moved away and you're no longer selecting that area anymore. It's a little annoying. So we're going to pause here for a bit in this video When we come back, we're going to talk to Cosworth, see what he has to say about the results of our little adventure here. And then we're going to set out from the ruins here of Sanctuary, find an entirely new area, and also possibly pick up a puppy to keep us company. A very, very angry and sharp-toothed puppy, but still a puppy. Also, there may be some crafting involved. Just a little. Okay, more than a little. But some. Something like that. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.